What's going on, guys? It's Tyler from House of Cards TCG, and I'm bringing you another dueling book replay. This is the Dragonrider's online Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and we are playing for a Starlight Torn Scales, which you can see it looks like the value may be going up to about 300. Market price around 260, but as you can see, there's a lot of sales here, so probably about a $300 card. And yeah, so winner gets either you get some cash or you can get a Starlight Torn Scales. It's definitely a very high competition tournament, so if you're looking to improve your game, I would suggest to join. Link is in the description below, and you can definitely improve your gameplay, play against some high competitive people. So this is the round of 16. I won in a past video, which you can see I posted yesterday, and you can see it was the Dragon Link mirror match. I won that one. That was the round of 32. It's single elimination. So this is the round of 16. I'm still on my Dragon Link, and I'm playing against a Dino build. So let's jump right into it and check this out. So paper, obviously I decided to go first. And opening hand is Black Metal Dragon, Router Dragon, Infinite Impermanence, Quick Launch, and Boots. And his hand is main decked Lancia, which is really good. Small World, Baby Sarasaurus, Pank, and Fossil Dig. So his hand is also really good. He's got Lancia for me as well as a Pank. So going into it, main phase, I'm going to go ahead and normal summon out the Black Metal Dragon, link that off for a striker. And then here I did declare, he dropped Lancia, which is perfectly fine because I'm going to search the Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then he can go ahead and banish striker, summon itself, bring black metal, but under Lancia, I can't activate the Red Eyes Darkness Metal to special summon. So I go ahead and I do chain link one strike to black metal. Thankfully, he didn't have an imperm or a effect veiler. He might have still, I don't know. So the thing is, I had boot, I wasn't paying attention, so that was a legal activation here. But thankfully, he just had Lancia, he didn't have any of that. So I said, I just misplayed, and I'm sorry, only black metal. And he said, okay, you have boot in hand. I said, well, I mean, yeah, basically telling him, like, yes, I do have boot in hand. So I basically telegraphing, like, yes, I have boot. Sorry, I didn't mean to do chain link one striker. It was just habit. So definitely keep that in mind. Definitely something I got to make sure I'm paying attention to. It can definitely be, if you're not used to dueling book, it's easy to like make those assumptions, and just because you summon and then you go immediately to chat, letting them know that there's a chain, and then not thinking, oh wait, I have boot sector in hand. So something to pay attention to. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and quick launch. Quick launch is going to bring out the Rokket Tracer. And then I'm going to go ahead and special summon out the Router Dragon because I control a Rokket. You can special summon us. And then I'm going to link Router and Striker off for Seal. And then I'm going to get an Router effect. Is going to go ahead and I think search me a Synchron. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and activate Boot, bring out the Synchron. And then we're going to go ahead and Tracer effect, pop Boot, bring out the Recharger. And then go for a Chaos Ruler. At this point, I'm really looking for follow-up on next turn, as well as maybe a hand trap to add to hand like a Veiler. And that's what I'm looking for on the mills. So I go ahead and Chaos Ruler effect, and we go ahead and mill a Chaos Space, a Ravine, a Effect Veiler, Saferd, and a Droplet. So these mills were actually really good for me. Obviously, I'm going to add the Effect Veiler to hand. Saferd is a good add as well because on the follow-up, you can Saferd, tribute itself, grab the Black Dragon, and then you can really combo off. But given that I have the Chaos Ruler, I'm going to have a Seal Bounce. I decided to grab the Effect Veiler, as well as have the Chaos Space for follow-up next turn when I can banish something off Red Eyes Darkness Metal to summon, or just depending on my top deck and what I can open up. Obviously, I can get something banished. I can banish a Light in the Dark here, which is Striker Dragon Saferd. Then I could Chaos Space shuffle Striker Dragon back. So there's a lot of follow-up. So this Saferd and this Chaos Space mill were really good for me. So I go ahead and add the Effect Veiler. That's going to be another interruption. And then I'm going to go ahead and synchro those off for a Hot Red and set the Imperm and pass. And for top deck, he opens up. Let's see. We're just talking on the in phase. I was just making sure that he wasn't going to nim me on the in phase. He top decks a Driver. And actually, I had a comment on this about why I don't play Gamma and why I don't play those things in my Dragon Link deck. And this is why. I mean, playing one of the bricks, obviously, is not... I mean, Gamma is a high-impact hand trap, but this is a brick. And then when you go to top deck it, you could have top decked anything, right? And that could have been any other card, and it could have helped your game state. So Looking at his hand, he's going to go ahead and special summon out the Pank. And then I let him know that it's okay. And then he goes ahead and chains the Pank. And I was thinking about this play. Would have been more optimal for him. And so right now, he's targeting my back row. So Pank is going to trade 1-for-1 for him right now. But realistically, what I think he should have done is he should have went into battle phase. I know he's trying to go for OTK because it's dinos, but he should have went battle phase, beat into my seal. That would have caused me to chain my seal, tribute itself to bounce the Pank. Then he can go ahead and chain Pank to then tribute itself and destroy the infinite impermanence. So if he would have went battle phase, it would have cost him his battle phase, sure, but it would have been a 2-for-1 on that Pank rather than just a 1-for-1 right now with the imperm. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think he should have went battle phase, Pank into my seal, causing to use 2 interruptions, or not 100% sure there? So let me know what you think. And then he's going to go ahead and small world, and then he uses the driver on his small world, and this is the line that he decides to do. So he does small world, and you can see here, yeah, kind of weird, but I got to do something. That, and I have to do something that I don't want to do, which is banish his UCT. And then he's going to go ahead and show the miss. So he does driver with UCT. These only match with lights. And then the UCT with the mist, these only match with dinosaurs. So that's how he was able to get to Misk with that line. So I was just checking here. So he goes ahead and banishes the driver, banishes the UCT. Now I definitely don't have to worry about Gamma, unless he plays 2 drivers, but who's going to do that, right? Then he goes ahead and activates Misk effect, and then that makes his dinos unaffected by any activated card effects this main phase. And then Misk effect is for 1 is going to bring out the Archosaur. Archosaur effect is going to go ahead and pop the baby in hand and then search him a double evolution pill. And then baby effect is going to go ahead and activate, bringing out the Oviraptor. Then he will go ahead and get the Oviraptor effect, which is going to go ahead and search. And then he gets the baby. And then baby effect, he will normal summon baby. Sorry. Oviraptor effect to pop baby, bring out the other baby in grave. Baby effect will resolve. I think he brings out a Scrap Raptor on this one. Yep. And he's going to do Scrap Raptor effect to pop the baby on the field. Yep. And then that's going to bring out a Giant Rex. So his board is looking really good. He's definitely got a lot going on here. He can go for the Doka, which will stop my seal, stop my hot red. There's nothing I could do right now because all his dinos are unaffected. And he didn't go for like a Scrap Wyvern. If he was going Wyvern, I was going to bounce that for sure. Then he goes ahead and he links off the Archosaur for a Link Karibo. And then he activates Double Evolution Pill. Now here I did misplay with my deck because I was already thinking ahead on, okay, I can bounce UCT with Seal. Hot Red can try to negate something. Not thinking that Hot Red could just negate Double Evolution Pill. And that would have just been huge for me just to stop, but I let this go through. He banishes Lancia Archosaur. I say okay. He brings out the UCT, and then he basically is letting me know that, yo, why didn't you Hot Red negate that? And I was like, good point. And then so his last card is Fossil Dig, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Hot Red here because I know that UCT is coming, and that's going to flip my Hot Red. Or UCT at any point can now flip my Hot Red, and there's nothing I could do because I can't stop it. So he goes for the Doka, and then he goes into battle phase. And I'm like, okay, battle phase is good. Link Karibo is going to hit into Seal. I'm going to chain Seal, and then he's going to go ahead and Doka. So right now I'm just trying to get his negates out. And then I activate Seal effect to summon. He's going to go ahead and Doka that as well. And then he's going to go ahead and hit into my Hot Red with his UCT. I take 300. And then going to take the rest of this damage here, which is 23 plus 18. So put me down to 3,600 life points. The problem is I still have insane follow-up. And yeah, let's see what my top deck is here. So he goes ahead and Oviraptor and Dokas, links those off for an Anaconda. He knows I have Veiler in hand, so I think he's just trying to get rid of my Veiler. So it goes ahead and sends Fusion Destiny, and then this is obviously going to get met with a Veiler. So now looking at this, that's what he says. Might as well get that Veiler out of the way. So looking at this, he's got a UCT interruption, and that is pretty much all I have to play through is one UCT interruption. So I go ahead and top deck a droplet, which is really good, right? So now I'm looking at droplet right here negates this UCT. I definitely can bring back my chaos ruler. I have chaos space, which then can draw another card. So I have plenty of follow-up here. So let's see what I end up doing here. I said thinking. I'm going to go ahead and chaos ruler. That is going to go ahead and banish Striker Dragon and Seal. That's going to bring back the chaos ruler. Then I go ahead and activate chaos space effect. Shuffle back the Striker Dragon. And he was asking me, confirming that I can shuffle back Striker Dragon. I was like, yes, because chaos space says it's a card that cannot be normal summon set. In Striker Dragon, you cannot normal summon Striker Dragon. So extra deck monsters can be shuffled back with chaos space. So I go ahead and shuffle back the Striker Dragon, and I'm gonna go ahead and draw, and I draw a quick launch, which was what I needed. This was it. All right, this is pretty much gonna be game. Now I have quick launch with droplet and cost. So now that's 2. I'm gonna negate the Link Rebo and the UCT. I said res good. He said yes. And then I'm gonna go ahead and quick launch. He says okay. And then I'm gonna activate droplet. Now here, I said think on cost, and I didn't finish, right? So I was thinking, which one do I want to send? I was basically thinking if I send Chaos Ruler for cost, was my thought. But banish it when it leaves the field. So my thought was, okay, if I send it for cost, does it go to the grave, and then I can maybe get it back or something, right? Use the Safred effect and then shuffle it back. So that was my thought here, was thinking on cost was which one to send. But obviously, he said, wait, chain UCT. And I basically had to explain to him. I said, he said, you sent a spell. I said, thinking on cost above. Like, I wasn't finished. My droplet is still active. I said, thinking on cost. So I wasn't finished with my thinking on cost. And let's see how long the game log was on that. So I activated quick launch. I said, think on cost at 22:45. And so it had only been literally like 9 seconds. So that's why I was like, look, I'm still thinking. Like, it's literally been 9 seconds that I've been thinking for. So he brings that back, and I go ahead and send the Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And then I negate Link Rebo and the UCT here. So I said, not trying to play you. Quick launch is going to go ahead and bring out the Tracer. And then we're going to go link off Tracer for Striker Dragon. Then I'm going to Striker Dragon effect is then going to go ahead and add Rocket Recharger back to hand. Activate Recharger effect, which is then going to allow me to special summon one dark monster from your graveyard with a different original name than the targeted monster. So then I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Red Eyes Darkness Metal at this point. A Red Eyes Darkness Metal effect is going to activate, and guess what I'm bringing back? Hot Red. Like that was actually insane. I feel like that was a really good play there. So now I have Chaos Ruler, Red MD, and Hot Red, and I have one summon. Tracer was 2, Striker was 3, Red MD was 4, this was 5, but he's got no cards in hand, so I'm not playing around Nib or anything. So I go into battle phase, I swing over his UCT, and then I hit into his Link Rebo. Now here, I think you definitely got me. He played me because he used Link Rebo effect, which is perfectly fine, but then he said eats attack, I think, and then I was like, honestly, it was early in the morning when I played this match, and I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I know there's this whole like theory about damage step, and if it eats the attack, and I was like, yep. When it actually doesn't, so I would have been able to re-attack with the Red Eyes Darkness Metal. I would have hit him for 2,300, and then Chaos Ruler attack directly. So this should have been game here. I don't know why I let that go through, because I knew that was incorrect. It doesn't eat the attack. It's a replay, and I get to attack again. But I did let it go through. He got me. He knows that ruling. I let it go through, though, so that's on me. Pass, and then he's going to go ahead and top deck his Dead Gamma. So this is why, like, Gamma is just a difficult card to play in these decks, because now, like, it could have been anything, right? It could be anything else, but it's a Dead Gamma, so he goes ahead and scoops here. Nothing he could do. All right, so going into game 2, I'm not sure if he lets me go. Okay, so he decides to let me go second this time. I played it going second, so I go ahead and open up evenly match, quick launch, Black Dragon, Color Serpent, Chalice, and Boot Sector launch, and he opens up Lancia, Gamma, Driver, UCT, and a Misk. So his hand is not that good. Would have been great going first, not second though. And he goes ahead and just passes. So fine with me, right? So we top deck a Droplet, which is really good. I do have Quick Launch, Black Dragon, and Boot Sector, so I go ahead and activate Quick Launch. Quick Launch effect is then going to go ahead and bring out the Tracer, and then I'm going to go ahead, he drops Lancia here, which is fine. So then I go ahead and activate Boot Sector Launch, and then Tracer effect is going to go ahead and pop Boot Sector Launch, bring out the Recharger. Again, looking for just any kind of follow-up, some kind of, maybe a light. I really want to mill a light, even though I can't banish under Lancia, but just follow up, right? So Chaos Ruler effect is going to go ahead and mill 5. It mills out a Chaos Space, Black Metal, Droll and Lockbird, and an evenly matched. So he can now see that I'm prepared to go second. So I go ahead and add Black Metal Dragon, and then I'm going to go ahead and he asked what I added, or can I read black? So then I'm going to go ahead and go into the battle phase. I guess I could have normal summoned Black Metal, brought out Striker, or Pisty even, and hit for another 1,000. Black Metal effect, search the Red MD. Could have done that, but again, he just passed on me, and passing, I hit the Lancia, right? Like, again, I immediately think Nib, like, you pass going first, meaning you probably have all hand traps, no gas, nothing for your engine. So given that I already, summoned the Tracer, then I brought out the Recharger, then I brought out the Chaos Ruler. If I bring out the Black Dragon, link that for a Pisty or anything like that, and then that makes Nib live, which then gives him a card on the field, which is a 3,000 attack. So here I just, stop on my third summon. I go ahead and just hit for 3,000, as well as have, 1 interruption, 2 interruptions. So in an evenly match, if he gets over my Chaos Ruler, I can still hit him with the evenly match. So hit him for that. I'm going to go ahead and set the Chalice, and I set evenly matched. And the reason why I do this is as a bluff. So like he knows, like, okay, this could be an imperm, this could be a tidying, whatever. So I hold the Droplet, I set the evenly, set the Chalice, because I figured these 2 interruptions on a dead hand should be enough, to be honest with you, to at least survive until next turn. He goes ahead and top decks the Doggeran. That's an interesting top deck. So then, let's see. He goes ahead and does the Miscellaneous Saurus, which is fine. Then he activates Miscellaneous, and then that's going to go ahead and bring out the Archosaur. Now it makes sense why he didn't Doggeran me. So he goes ahead and Archosaur effect is going to go ahead and send the Doggeran, because he wants to keep the UCT, because he can get 2 dinos and then summon it. And that's going to search out a double evolution pill. Obviously, I can't do anything with this because of the Misk engrave, which makes him unaffected. Then he's going to go ahead and link that off for a Link Karibo, and then he's going to go ahead and banish 2, bring out the UCT. So now I know that he's got 2 hand traps with the double evolution pill. He said I'm going to read a ruling real quick. So he does the UCT. That's going to go ahead and send the driver, and then he's going to flip my Chaos Ruler. So then he's going to go into battle phase. He's going to swing into this. I go ahead and I think I Chalice on this. And then, so he's trying to tell me what, so I said, thinking real quick, he said, is that tidying? If so, you can't. I just checked the ruling. I guess because it's face down, I can't bounce it. And so I laughed here, but I didn't. I said, LOL, on attack declaration. Let's go ahead and Chalice this. So it gains 400, but it can't activate its effect to burn me for 1,000 and then swing directly. So Chalice coming in clutch there, and then he hits me with the Link Karibo for 300. And then he's going to go into main phase 2. I thought about evenly here getting rid of the Link Karibo, but I figured let's just leave this as a bluff right now, because right now he thinks it's something else other than evenly, even though he saw it on the mill. So I top deck Seyfert. So now I got to decide who I want to normal summon. So he goes ahead, and I was thinking here, he said got an imperm there. which is hilarious. So he definitely was not reading the evenly. So this did its job, which was a great bluff because he was just unsure of what it was, right? So I go ahead and normal out the Saferd. He said, think on summon, use the UCT, which is perfect because now I can droplet, send the evenly. So right now he's probably thinking, oh my, right? I negate the UCT. And okay, bring out the Striker Dragon. So then I go ahead and Striker. I guess I sent this. I guess I didn't activate the Saferd effect. I did not because I already have Black Dragon here. So Striker effect searches out the boot. Effective pop because I had Recharger. Then Recharger effect is going to go ahead and bring me back out the Tracer. So that interaction was Striker to pop itself, add Recharger back to hand, discard Recharger to bring back the Tracer. And then I'm going to go ahead and banish the Saferd, bring out the Black Dragon. And then I'm going to go ahead and I said, thinking to make sure I don't overextend, I'm sorry. And then I bring out the Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's going to equip the Striker Dragon. And this was just in case he had Nib. And then I'm going to go ahead and search out the White Dragon off my Black Dragon. So now I have now I know I can play because I know Double Evolution Pill. I don't know this card, but I know I can play because I have an interruption that can stop basically. So I banish the black, bring out the white. Chaos Space is going to go ahead and put the Black Dragon on the bottom of the deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I draw into another droplet, which is actually going to come up huge. You'll see why. And then I go for a Pisty. I banish 2, bring back the Chaos Ruler. And I go Battle Phase. He said, hang on, just doing math. So again, same thing happened here, but I'm obviously not going to replay my attack with Pisty. Basically, that washes that attack. But at the same time, if I attacked with Savage, that should have been able to re-attack. I would have redone my whole attack strategy here. But again, not thinking about this card, for some reason, I thought it just it burns your attack, and it doesn't, and he played that way. Incorrect. Absolutely, because I could have attacked with Savage, Chain Link Karibo, re-attack with Savage, and then this would have definitely been game again. So go ahead and hit with Chaos Ruler. So he takes 1250, and then I swing with Savage. That puts him down to 250 life points, so you can see how this should have been game. But doesn't matter. He's got life. I set the droplet, and this is going to be actually pretty awesome here. So he goes ahead and activates the Double Evolution Pill. I go ahead and Savage negate that. He goes ahead and gammas my Savage because I was not reading gamma here, even though I saw the driver. I wasn't reading it. So then that goes ahead and he just liked talking to me in the chat, honestly. So I go ahead and gets rid of my Savage, brings out the gamma, brings out the driver, brings out the UCT. Now, you guys already know what's coming. So you already know. So the UCT comes. He goes straight into battle phase. He swings into my Chaos Ruler. You guys know what's coming, don't you? Damage step. I'm sorry. Even though he talked mad trash to me all game. Bloop. Send Pisty for cost. Damage step. Halves its attack. Is now at 1750. Swinging into my 3000. He said, I thought that was tidying. You got it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why he was reading tidying this game. Like he read tidying last game, and he read tidying this game. The guy didn't even see a chamber. He didn't see a tidying, nothing. And FYI, going second, I'm siding the chamber package out and putting in more impactful hand traps. I'm just being honest with you. So it's kind of funny that he thought it was tidying both game 1 and 2, and he never even saw a chamber. Like some Dragon League players aren't even playing the chamber package anymore. So GG, well played. He admits defeat, and he left. No GG, no nothing, just leaves. So yeah, we 2-0 Dinos. We are headed to the round 8. 8 people left. I don't have my matchup yet on round 8. I'm just waiting for some other matches to finish before I get to my round 8. But as soon as I play my round 8, I'll upload it that day, hopefully. So you guys will have that. So stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can know if we in our round of 8 people match, if we continue and go to the semifinals for this tournament. So stay tuned for that. And as soon as, it may not be tomorrow, I may not have it tomorrow to post, but as soon as I play my match, I'll make sure to upload that for you guys. So we're headed to the round of 8, and it's been fun. Dragons, people sleeping on the dragons, right? Hopefully we can get like a bird up or a sword soul matchup in round of 8, so we can compete with those. But guys, this has been Tyler with House of Cards TCG. Hope you enjoyed this replay, and I'm signing out.